The reality of the laptop lifestyle. We got here Skinny Don Lock
Hello.
working on a sales page, on a sales letter on the back of an Uber as we go to our Airbnb, and we decided to film a video. The video is already filmed, but we realized that we made one of the biggest sins of copywriting. We didn't create a hook for it. So my name is Eric. I'm a copywriter and I write words in Google Docs. And these are some of my results. And this is Simon,
Hello.
who's written for a ton of 7 and 8 figure clients, including people like
Yep. Dorian Yates, 6 times Mr. Olympia. You can look him up. He's at the level of Arnold Schwarzenegger, basically. And then Rich Dad of the Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki's mentor. And then Jeremy Miner, 7th level. He's worked with people like Google and probably a bunch of big companies you've seen in the space or in this world. So nice to meet you.
Yeah. And in this video, we just literally just free flow and we just like interview each other because that's what people are supposed to do now. And we are at Altunco. We just made it out here. We're gonna be staying here for like 2 weeks. And in this video, pretty much we just went over some of the principles that we believe in when it comes to copywriting, making money, health, and also like how we get clients for ourselves and how you can get clients for yourself too, how to keep those clients, things that you should be asking yourself, and all that stuff. Sales. And I'm gonna show you some of the other clips that we got from yesterday because we are here for 2 weeks. We're doing a lot of fun stuff. You might see it in the future videos, jet skiing, surfing, all that stuff. So this is the laptop lifestyle, but that's for right now. It's nothing fancy. He's just writing a sales letter.
Yep. This is the reality.
This is the reality. Back up and over, all shaky, but yeah, let's go.
All this time, thought you knew. In the silence, I'm drawn to you. I could watch you all night, no stars in the sky. Don't make
Living the laptop lifestyle here with Simon and Luke.
Let's get it. Making that bread.
Is it fancy, bro? What do you think, man? Is it what they sold you when you started out, when you started writing? Like, was this the lifestyle? Like, for example, like when you bought your first course or when you first like heard about copywriting, did you think it was going to be this way? Like writing copy in the back of an Uber as we travel to our next Airbnb?
Definitely not.
Did it exceed or meet your expectations?
It met my expectations later on once I got used to it. Once it became real.
Yeah, because in the beginning you have to pay the price.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, exactly. 2 years, dude.
Because like gurus out there are telling you that you just start today and then you're gonna be living the laptop lifestyle. Did it happen like that for you?
No, dude, definitely not. No. Reality was set in.
Yeah. Same for me, man. It took me a while to actually be able to travel, but now, as you can see, we've been traveling now. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's like once you get it, like it starts to become normal for you, and then you actually get to keep it. As long as you actually do the freaking work.
Yeah.
And you actually try to get better at it. You keep it. Yeah. I think that's what really matters.
And I guess like, dude, I am legit. I'm just gonna post it as a video.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't edit it. I will just post it as I get home. As we get to the next Airbnb. So we just left San Salvador. We were staying at a nice Airbnb. Hopefully I can get some photos here. We went jet skiing yesterday. And the title of the video will be living the reality of the laptop lifestyle. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to the beach, right? So.
We're going to the beach. So, what else? It's rolling, bro. I won't stop it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What else? What else about the reality? I mean, I worked like 2 jobs before I even took off from it,
Yeah.
Yeah. And even when I got my first client, it was like it's not enough to actually like live on.
Yeah. The other thing I've noticed is that they tell you that you can legit just write in a Google Doc and send that thing to your clients, and that's how you're gonna make 10K a month, which it used to be like that, but I feel like with AI coming along, what's keeping AI from replacing you? Like as we'll learn, like we have to become real marketers. Like we legit have to, you know, be in the lookout. What other problems can we solve for the client? It is not like the responsibility of email or Facebook posts. It's not just writing on a Google Doc. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely more than that, because you're like a problem solver. Well, that's the mindset that I think we're both learning. Is like you gotta solve problems for the business, and AI can't exactly do that because you still gotta find the gaps and the bottlenecks and think it through. And AI is more like your little assistant.
Yeah.
If it even applies to whatever bottleneck you're trying to solve, right? It's all contextual.
Yeah, I'm also looking for my mic, see if I can put the mic on. But there you go, found it. Yeah, so what I mean,
Oh, that's cool.
let's see. 1 second. This video is going to be all over the place, just warning you. And by the way, if you don't know Simon, can you give us a little rundown of like what kind of clients you work with and all that stuff? But
Alright, this might be the most raw video ever, right? 'Cause
the
this
most
is-
raw video, bro.
Yeah.
It's good, bro. We're gonna post it, bro. I won't even edit it. I won't even color grade it. Like we're in the back of an Uber. We had 30 minutes to go, and I haven't posted in a while. And I'm traveling as a copywriter. I mean, I guess like people here would like to see what it would look like if they don't give up about copywriting and how it actually looks. Because like if you look at all the people selling online courses about copywriting in the fancy mansions and villas, will you say that they get there? I mean, dude, we're living a fancy lifestyle. We've done fancy stuff over the
Yeah.
weekends,
Yeah.
but right now we work. And Simon right here decided to procrastinate all morning. No, he didn't. He was just he just has a project to complete, and
We're almost done.
we're almost done. He has a sales page to complete,
Yep.
and yeah, we're going to complete it in the back of an Uber. But
Yeah.
hey, but our life is not as hard as look at that person over there is working hard over there. That is hard work. This is not hard work
Yeah.
compared to contrast to that guy over there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's got to stand out there in the heat. We're just chilling on a laptop in an air-conditioned Uber.
Yeah, as we go to a beautiful Airbnb, which I'll put pictures later. But well, I mean, you didn't introduce yourself, bro.
Oh yeah. So, dude, I don't know how to do this, but I'm just gonna say whatever comes to mind, I guess.
Go for it, bro.
So, I dropped out of college, right, at 19 years old, to actually do copywriting, and I didn't really have an intention of becoming a copywriter. I just wanted the lifestyle,
Yeah.
just like most people do who get into this world. And yeah, for 2 years I worked 2 jobs, and I side hustle copy. And even when I got my first client, which was a meal prep client, he never really paid me money. It was like an exchange for services. I got
Yeah.
free food, definitely not enough to live off on. But yeah, eventually I met somebody, and I ended up working in an agency who worked with some of the biggest fitness coaches on the industry. So for those in the fitness world, if you know who Dorian Yates is, he's a 6 times Mr. Olympia, meaning he's pretty much at the level of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger
Wow.
had 7 Mr. Olympia titles.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was like the biggest client I ever worked for. Like if you think about it in terms of celebrity status in the world. And then yeah, now I'm working for 7th level with Jeremy Minor alongside this badass copywriter. And yeah, I made my clients a lot of money. Real simple.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But honestly, all right. So here's the thing about copywriting videos. Like a lot of people won't watch them unless they feel like a massive status and massive proof. And one of the clients that I've seen you work with that you haven't talked about.
Oh yeah.
Wait, yeah. Who is it?
Yeah. So if you guys ever heard of the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki, the rich dad that he talks about in that book, that was a client that I wrote for, and then he was actually my copy chief, so he technically wrote for him too. So yeah, the mentor of a guru pretty much in the space.
Yeah.
So he's also Tony Robbins. Rich Dad was also Tony Robbins' former financial advisor, and I think he was like one of the only people who ever speaking at like all of his business mastery events or whatever. So he's like one of those underground guys who people don't hear about much, but he's definitely he's like the real seafood, if you
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
And he has this really cool book called The Road Less Stupid,
Oh yeah.
where his whole process is about asking yourself like 2 to 3 questions every morning and block out 30 minutes of where you just sit down and think. And you just think.
Mhm.
And what is a question like copywriters should be asking themselves every day? Like if they were to do the Road Less Stupid exercise that we're talking about right now, where they ask themselves a question. 3 questions that they can be asking themselves every single morning. You give your 3, I'll give my 3.
To what specifically in terms of copywriters?
Yeah, like the Road Less Stupid is like all about eliminating mistakes before they happen. So you ask yourself questions. So you think about things beforehand, or like for example, like how can I deliver better service? How can I get better results for clients? And as you go through that exercise, you journal and then you take action and then you get better. That's it.
Mm. Yeah, so 3 questions.
Yeah.
Anything related to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think just like in terms of skill-wise, actually getting better at it. I think a good question to ask yourself is like, what is going on inside the mind of the person you're speaking to right now? Like, that's a really broad question, but I think
No, that's valid. That's valid.
I
Can
think
you
that's-
elaborate on more on that?
yeah, I think one of the biggest things that you learn, or like that I'm still learning, is like, when you write copy, you gotta make sure that what you're writing actually is matching their level of awareness
Yeah.
where they are in the customer's journey, or else you write something that's like completely off, like that they're not even thinking about, and then it just doesn't resonate, and then it won't convert. So I think when you actually take the time to think through what are they actually going through, it helps you write things that are relevant to them, and a good way, like something that's just something I realized from me just being a customer myself and then buying stuff online. It's like how are they speaking to me so well right now that makes me want to buy it? It's because whoever the marketer was putting themselves inside the shoes of the person
Yeah.
going through the buying process. So I think that's a really valuable thing to know.
Yeah.
Um,
If you want more context on this, go. There is a video I made. Man, I remember the title of it. It's. Wow, I forgot the name. I'll try to link it up here, but it's like a video I made like 3 weeks ago, and it's all about understanding the. It's 5 copywriting books you should read or something like that. If you go and read, if you're interested in what he's saying right now, go read a book called Great Leads, and they talk about the awareness levels of a prospects. So like, for example, you go from super aware to unaware, and same prospect, but at different stages in the buying process, and their mindset is very differently. For example, a super unaware prospect, it's somebody who might just see copywriter or might see fitness if that's the industry, right? But they don't know what the fuck they're seeing.
yeah.
A super aware prospects, they know the lingo. Like you right now might be somebody who's problem solution aware, which is why we can talk to you in this terminology. But if you were super unaware,
Yeah.
we would be talking about completely different things because you don't understand the language we're speaking. So that is super valid too. Also, like beyond awareness, if you ask yourself that question, is like what is going on through the prospect's mind, you also have to look at the news when it comes to this, like have a close pulse on the world. For example, when crises are happening, right? And one thing that prospects don't care about is like saving the environment at that time, right? Something like that. But they care about like financial crisis is what I mean. They will care about the dollar they're spending right now. They go and put gas on their car, but they go to the grocery store and they see the eggs are like freaking $10 a pop. They see the money going down. So those are the things that you should be talking about because they are experiencing that every single day. And that is what's going through their minds, or politicians, or crypto, or a scandal in the industry. Like those things are things that you can write about and get people to pay attention. So that's one question. What is like going through the prospect's mind right now? What's another one?
I think this is just for me personally because of the way I am. But like like what are you really trying to achieve in your life? Like how does because copywriting is like the way I see it, it's just like a skill, right? But it's also a very valuable skill that not only can you serve businesses with, but it's like kind of like a mechanism for you to get what you want in life.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, they don't zoom out on themselves enough to be like, like why am I really doing this? And yeah, just what are you trying to achieve in life? What matters to you outside of just work? But that's just me because I like to be led by like my passions and like trying to uncover like what does my soul want versus what is my what do I want as like as a human that just wants to make money and just live like a basic person. I'm not sure if I'm making sense right now, but
Oh, you are.
I think that's a good question to ask yourself too.
Yeah.
To meditate on that.
Bro, copywriting for you and for me, it has been one of those things that I've learned, and now I see how I can use it to help my family out with their businesses.
Yeah, right.
Bro, like I can step into any company pretty much, and if they have a good offer, traffic, and they can deliver on the thing, bro, like we can make them money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. It's so crazy, dude. Like you understand people and you understand human psychology at a level, dude, that is scary, bro. Because you can literally use it for good or for evil in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're using it for good stuff. So that's really good. Do you wanna hear a spin I have on this?
Yeah, do it.
So because a lot of people have a hard time thinking about what they want because they get overwhelmed by ideas. Like, all right, am I narrowing myself? If I say I want that, am I letting go of this thing I want, right? So there's this thing I learned from, and it's an email I write a lot about for clients, and it always works and always gets sales.
Oh, I kind of remember.
It's the Inversion by Charlie Munger.
Yeah.
And I made a video about this the other day. It's like on this, and it's like I'm becoming, right? So instead of becoming somebody, I'm become. So the question, or if you have a hard time thinking about what you really want, and if that's a question that trips you off, because it does for me. Sometimes I just don't know, man. I don't feel like I know what I want. But if you invert things out, bro, ask yourself, create an anti-vision, right, for your life. Like, what are the things that you will absolutely hate to end up with in 10 years?
Yeah.
And you will notice how freaking easy that is, because you will find things like being unhealthy, being in pain, being poor, or
lonely.
Yeah, lonely, unhappy, working a 9 to 5. And then when you have those things, you just invert them to the positive, and those are the things you want, and it becomes so much more simple that way. All right, that's number 2. Number 3.
Number 3. Let's think on this.
I can help you on this one if you want.
Yeah, help me.
All right, so it's like we'll give you 2 more because we're feeling generous right now. One is when you already have a client, ask yourself, how can I serve this client at a higher level and go beyond the scope of work that you have.
Yeah.
So if you're just got hired for emails, take a look at their funnels, take a look at their VSLs, take a look at their Facebook posts, and see how they're doing, man. And I can guarantee you that you will find 2 to 3 things that you can always improve on. And you can like start, you can provide value and potentially, number 1, get more money from that transaction, or become irreplaceable to that company where like they won't fire you, won't let you go. Because like Simon, I don't know if you seen, but like a lot of copywriters are very like a commodity, right? Like, so yeah, all right. So our little camera here, we ran out of battery. Rookie mistakes. But we're talking about commodities. So a lot of copywriters, their skills are very commoditized. And what that means is that if they just know how to write emails, if they just know how to write Facebook posts or Facebook ads, again, like that is easily replaceable. But the question, right, that they should be asking themselves, like, how can I solve bigger problems, makes you somebody who's hard to replace, because you're providing so much value to the company that like they wouldn't want to let you go because you are not just a problem solver. You're what?
You're a problem finder.
Yes, sir. And that's one of the
yeah.
So get into it. I mean, you can talk into it as well. I'm gonna add something to it.
Yeah, so the client that we write for, Jeremy Miner, he doesn't talk about just, salespeople aren't just trying to solve problems, they're also trying to find it because you can't really solve problems if you're not able to find them first. So you got to find what those problems are in the business, and it also definitely requires some skill and expertise because you got to know, what are the gaps, like how are things inefficient, or how can things be better? What are they missing that could be added that would actually make the business even better?
Yeah.
So that's problem finding, I guess, and problem solving.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
And I'm gonna add something into it too. It's like when you only know how to solve problems, you are almost at the mercy of somebody else finding the problems, and you will always have the most wise people come before you to actually find the problems that they're actually dealing with. And what I mean by that is like they might think that they need emails, but why do they need the emails for in the first place? Like, is it the conversion rate of a PSL? Do they want to like liquidate ad spend? Like what kind of problems what it's like that's when you dig in and you start finding more problems so you can solve them.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna give them one question that you can ask yourself if you don't have clients yet, and it's going to be around problem finding.
Around problem finding.
No. What is it? Is that problem finder? Become a problem finder. And it's like, how do I frame this, bro? Like the question you should be asking or you should be looking at is like, what are the symptoms that my client is experiencing, that I can talk about in my organic content, assuming that you write organic content for your Facebook page. And what I'm trying to get to is like, symptoms are how they experience things on a daily basis, which are the things that get attention. So a symptom that you can talk about and that usually would easily talk about in copy is like, are your prospects coming onto sales calls with objections, right? With the let me think about it objection, or that this is too expensive objection. This is a problem we can solve with copy, right? Because that is a symptom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But other copywriters who don't know this, they might just come to this process talking about, hey, do you need more sales for your business?
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
But a symptom is very specific, right? And that's gonna make you stand out, right? So what are the symptoms that my prospect is experiencing right now that I can talk about in my organic content? So again, just as an example, objections, and that is something you can be like, all right, I can solve that by writing about XYZ. That is going to prime your prospects to come to the sales calls without objections, making your sales teams easier. I'm making the job of your sales guys easier, your conversion rate easier. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to have like a higher conversion rate?
Yeah, right. I mean, pretty much nobody, right? So
yeah. Well, I think I was rambling there, but all right. What else, man? What else?
The question, right? To ask
a question, or we can dive into another topic. We're almost there.
Let's see. What was I thinking about? I think just in terms of productivity and like remaining, keeping a clear mind is like, what do you gotta delete from your life that's blocking you from actually doing the things that align to your goals and your vision.
Yeah.
Like bad habits, distractions, just little things like that like get in the way. Yeah. I think it's such a simple thing, but like when you kind of like reflect on your day-to-day performance, usually it's like our brains just kind of seem to like gravitate towards distractions, especially when we get tired or when we don't want to do the work and we're making excuses and complaining. I think that's a good question to ask yourself, is to delete stuff.
Deleting, minimalism, bro.
Yeah.
You're a minimalist too?
I would say somewhat in a way, yeah.
Same. So there is one thing that I feel like almost no one talk about in the industry, and it's like dieting for copywriters, bro.
Interesting.
I do feel like the fact that kind of like biohack my diet. It's the reason why I can write fast and I can think for longer periods of time compared to other people. Like today, I usually just fast, bro. I just don't eat carbs until like later in the day because I found that, you know, when you eat carbs, like you become groggy and sleepy. And how can you get creative when you feel that way? Like your brain is working to come up with copy, and then your body is working to digest or stay up or stay awake. Yeah, which is hard to do. Right. So, yeah, like find ways to hack your body in the sense of like how can you access a clear mental state almost at will. Like what kind of foods make you sleepy? What kind of foods drain your energy? What kind of foods like give you foggy brain, or what kind of foods make you feel like you cannot focus, right? Like candy or too much coffee. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, anything to add on that? Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, fasting helps a lot. Then if you're that type of person who cannot focus, like me sometimes, because you're hungry, like your best bet is to go for proteins or fats, like eggs, are like probably like the best staple you can ever go for. Yeah. Sometimes I do like eggs and avocado, and then I'll probably eat like maybe some like blueberries, just a little bit of blueberries, because that's a brain food. So, like actually all of those are brain foods. Eggs, avocados, blueberries, those are all brain foods. I found that out from Jim Quick, if you know who that is, the brain guy. And even sometimes I'll eat like, there's like a natural form of chocolate called cacao. Cacao chocolate helps you focus. Yeah. If you get hungry. Other than that, fasting is like, it puts you in such a pure state, and you don't have to think about anything, and you just get to focus. So, yeah, you kind of like I go day by day how I'm feeling, based on how I'm feeling, but it's different for everyone, obviously. Yeah. You figure out what works for your body. Oof. Yeah, that's all I got on that. My ears just popped. Anything else you want to talk about, bro? I don't know. We're just two rookies here, man, with the camera. Forgive us. Yeah. Be kind to us in the comments if you made it to this part of the video. But ya pasamos por la residencial de Bukele, amigo. Sí. Ya pasamos, ¿verdad? Porque estaba el tráfico ayer. Oh. All right, guys, I'm just asking our Uber driver because we're in El Salvador right now and we wanted to stop by Bukele's residential, like his mansion. Oh, no la vimos. Bueno, va a ser la ida. What else, man? How do you get your first client again? Networking. Let's get into networking because this is something that I've covered in a previous video because that's pretty much how we've gotten clients. My first client, not exactly, but like after that, it was mostly through networking and connections of some sort. Yeah. So how do you get your first client? My first client, so back when I was, I finished a course by Jason Capital called Email Income Experts. I don't think anybody who's watching this in 2025 will probably ever heard of that unless you're still trying to get clients. If you are, then you've probably already quit. So, but probably not. You probably haven't seen his stuff because he's not here anymore. But he's dead. No, I mean he's not dead, but like he just stopped doing. Oh. He just stopped selling that stuff. But yeah, how I got my first client was by pretty much cold email, and I just pretty much at the time my target was meal prep companies. So I had like a code email I would write up, and then I just blast it to all these different meal prep companies. And luckily one of them actually responded, and I closed them through email because at the time I was too afraid of sales calls, and the idea of talking to a business owner that I did not ever meet in person was like terrifying. Right, terrifying. Like I remember once I closed them over email, like I actually had to talk to him, right? Because, you got to get paid somehow, right? So I had to call him, and I remember my armpits were really sweaty, and my voice was like my throat was just choked up, I couldn't talk properly, right? I was just like super in my head, and I don't remember how that call went, what it was about, but it was just I felt very awkward, and
yeah, we came to terms on like, you know, he couldn't pay for my services because his company was still in a growing phase.
Yeah.
So he was like, if you want to do a service exchange, I'll give you a certain amount of credit to get meal prep, which I think was like $600 in meal prep. And yeah, I would just write him like 3 emails a week, I think, and then like three social media posts.
Yeah.
I'll just do 3 of those a week, and then he'll give me $600 in meal prep, and that's how I pretty much got my first client. It was yeah, it's never in the way I expected to get my first copy client.
Yeah.
But yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how opposed will you be to give away the cold email that you used to send right now? Let's reward people who are like putting up with all this organization that we have in the back of the world.
Damn, I don't remember it exactly actually.
Some of the lines.
Probably would have been something like, "Hi, my name is hi business name. My name is Simon, and I'm the chief editor of like the Philly meal prep newsletter company, and yeah, I don't remember the rest, but it was something like that. It was.
Damn. All right, if you remember, we'll put it in the description.
Yeah, maybe I can find it later and then screenshot it.
Or actually, dude, if people are watching to this point, just comment something under it, and if we get like one person to comment, we will reveal it. If not, I guess like we won't give it away.
Yeah, comment meal prep.
Comment meal prep, yes. Swipe up, 997. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool how you got your first client. So you would say like, I guess like when you're starting out, man, I will always say that don't be shy to do your dirty work. Like you probably don't have clients, and I don't know what your work is like, as in like, are you busy with a 9 to 5? But when to land that first client, dude, do whatever it takes. Crawl, run, fly, do whatever it takes. Cold email, cold DMs. But just block out 2 hours of your day and just do that. Just reach out, network, and till you'll land your first client, and then do an awesome job for that person, blow their minds away, and until you are able to get referrals. But the question I got the other day about networking, it's like, how do you network with people? And I'm gonna make an extended version of this video. Hopefully I get to convince the other 2 copywriters that are with us, which I think these guys have done work for the OGs of the copywriting space. Like they were the grandfathers of this space. And I'm not talking about, because a lot of the people that are starting copywriting right now, they heard from TikTok or people like Andrew Tate.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy that is with us in this trip is the guy that actually sold me into copywriting through a guru, not with his face, which is Dan Locke.
Yeah.
So I'm going to convince him to join me in the video so we can do one extended version on how to network the no needy way, because there are 2 ways to network. One is very needy, low status, and then there is one where I don't have my hands free right now, but can you show them the high status thing, like the gap?
Oh yeah, like this. This is low status.
Low status.
High status.
High status. There you go. So when you want to network, one thing you can do, you just type in this concept on Google or whatever, like the Dream 100. So make a list of 100 companies you would like to work with, and then once you do that, you find people that work there, and you find a way, or somehow just try to find a way to connect with all of them, right? Like not in a needy way, but like add value, right? Like how can you solve problems that they're facing right now? Like if you connect with the sales manager, what are a few problems that you can solve for them? And this is when writing content comes into place, because you can speak to the needs that they have, and it will be different for everybody, because not every company is equal. But that is part of networking. You find a Dream 100 that you want to target, and then you start like connecting with people that work there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Like, did I miss anything? Like, it's that simple, huh?
I think it's pretty simple, and then I also think like, and I'll just speak from my experience personally. It's like, if you even have to go for a route of like applying for a job or something and getting inside like a big agency, that's also a really nice way to meet people in your space,
Yeah.
or people who are just starting out as well. That's kind of how I got it, really.
Same.
It's like, you know, you just start with what you got, and you, like, if it's an opportunity to learn and grow, then the right people will they just kind of show up along the way somehow, you know, like, you know, God just being God, right?
Yeah.
It just, like, you don't force it, and you have faith, and if like, for me, you're just kind of going for what I wanted, and like the right people just came in somehow, and through those people, like, you eventually, like, opportunities will kind of find you, as long as you're doing the work and you add value and you show that you're, like, hungry. Like, people they'll give you clients, or like they'll make referrals that lead to that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, magic just happens from there.
Yeah. Awesome, bro. I think this thing is gonna die, so like the batteries are drained, and I want to show you where we're heading, so I'm gonna leave it here. But hey, we're one of the few. If you made it here, yo, God bless you, man. Thank you for watching.
16 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Oh, this is a 30-minute video, bro.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, because we're gonna put it together.
Okay.
But this was pretty cool. We didn't expect to do this, but hey.
Yeah.
Just made it out to the Airbnb. Simon. Got some beautiful homes here. Laptop lifestyle here with Simon. I think our Uber dropped us too soon. We have like a 10-minute walk up the hill.
Get our exercise in.
Is that right, Hassani?
We're gonna get the exercise in.
This is
right?
Habibi,
Chief
another
Habibi, the
Chief Habibi officer.
That's
And then we got Peter Lou in the house too, grandfather of copywriter. Copywriting, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. And then Simon,
biohacking.
Skinny Dan Lock, as he calls himself. A 10-minute walk up the hill. Uber dropped us way too soon. How is this El Salvador experience? Laptop lifestyle, baby. What does it take to live the laptop lifestyle, Habibi?
Wow.
Look at the houses over here, man. We legit almost walk half a mile with our bags up the hill. This is the laptop lifestyle, baby. Simon.
We made it. Almost.
Made it, guys. Airbnb. Right there. That's the Airbnb.
Oh, yeah. Look at those windows.
The view. Almost. The reality of the laptop lifestyle. We started recording this video when we were in our Uber. We literally walked like a mile because our Uber dropped us off in the wrong spot with our bags and everything. But we finally made it. It's gonna be our home. That's gonna be our home for the next 2 weeks. Beautiful place.
No, don't worry. Okay.
He's out. We made it, Habibi. Let's go.
Right.
Woo! We'll give you a tour later of the property. Stay tuned for the next one, right, Simon? Bread? Got the pool over there. Hey, bro, we got baited. We got baited.
Look how beautiful our background is.
Wait, hold on.
Right.
We'll get the view. That's the picture
That's the view. What they don't tell you is, like, from down here, it's a fucking 10-15 minute hike. Fucking sweating, bro. Fucking sweating.
This is going to be a long video, but we're gonna leave it here. Probably give you a tour in future videos. We're gonna be staying, sharing some copywriting tips and all that stuff. As right now, this is it. All over the place. Thanks for watching.